Main risk factors for preventable chronic diseases are tobacco use, lack of physical activity, and excessive alcohol use. The risk factors have caused unpreventable and preventable diseases like disability and death. To reduce these risk factors, prevent diseases or injury before it ever occurs, reduce the impact of a disease or injury that has already occurred, soften the impact of an ongoing illness or injury that has lasting effects. We all need to invest our time and money in improving healthy lifestyle behaviors by increasing physical activity and improving our diet. By doing this, almost 35% of early deaths will be avoided. Our integrative nutrition health specialist, Betty Olayinka Folarin Akinlosotu, aka BOFA, advocates for this every Sunday on Health Corner and Nutrition segments showing on Healthy Living with BOFA channel, where she also features professionals on interview with expert segments. Join us every Sunday, 2 p.m. US time, 7 p.m. UK and Nigeria time, 8 p.m. South African time. See you there.
Today's message is very educative and very brief, yet it carries very interesting information. Yes, it is very informative. It is not a topic a speaker, lecturer, teacher, or instructor spends hours educating on or discussing about. Shocking it to me. And I'm not going to take much of your time. I'm going to make it brief, and it is titled, Why Onion Makes People Cry. Some question came last week after the show, and one of the questions caught my attention, and I thought it is such a good topic to educate on. And what was the question? The question states, why do people cry when cutting onions? Isn't that a mystery when that happens? Yes, it is. So I'm so excited, more than excited, super duper excited to talk about it. I mentioned last week on this platform that even though onions has a lot of benefits, a lot of health benefits, a variety of protective effects in different organs and tissues, such as liver, intestine, heart, testes, kidney, blood, bone marrow, and brain. Yet, onions can also be a poison in the human body. This was said last week on this show. So let's talk about the reason why some people cry when cutting onions, because not everybody cries anyway. Why cutting onions? So let's discuss this mystery after the break. Welcome to BOFA Health and Nutrition Talk Show. I'm Dr. Betty. Let's take a quick break. I'll be right back.
There is this saying that you are what you eat. This is absolutely correct. You see, eating right is when we get all the essential nutrients our body needs from the food we eat daily. And these are minerals, vitamins, fats, healthy carbs, proteins, and fiber. The question we should be asking ourselves is, have I been feeding my body with essential food nutrients? Many people have been advised to stay away from certain food because they are very high in carbohydrates. But study shows your body system needs carbohydrate, which we call energy food. What is important is to go for healthy carbohydrate. Gari Didun is a super cereal that can supply your body system with all these nutrients. Developed by Ajogbe Foods and made from gari, cassava, turmeric, coconut, and lemongrass extracts. The nutrients you get from Gari Didun include healthy carbs, minerals, vitamins, fats, proteins, and fiber. So, whether you are super healthy or have some health conditions as diabetes or high blood pressure, the expert nutrition advice is to go for Gari Didun. You can eat directly as snack or soak in water. You will love Gari Didun. Are you hosting or attending an event and wondering over a budget souvenir that will delight your guests and associates? Whether it's your party or you are supporting someone special with gifts and souvenirs, we would like to work with you. At Ajogbe Foods, our focus is on healthy living through the provision of safe, hygienically packaged and nutritionally rich foods. We can customize and package our products: Ajogbe turmeric gari didun, Ajogbe white gari, Ajogbe rice, Ajogbe beans, and Ajogbe honey in sizes and prices you can afford as souvenirs and gifts that everyone loves. For your special orders, purchase and resale inquiries, contact us today through the following: 292 Murtala Mohammed Way, Yaba, Lagos. You can telephone us or send WhatsApp to +234 705 534 2424 and +234 705 656 5659. For US order, contact Berg and BWM Services at +1347 613 5485. Bringing you Gari Didun.
Thank you everyone for staying with us to watch today's show. Today, I'm revealing the secret behind why people cry when cutting onions. I know not everybody knows this. Maybe few people know that. But I personally don't know why people cry when cutting onion, because I also cry when I cut onion. And I think it depends on the type of onion. We have different type of onion. We have the red onion, like purple color. We have the white, and we also have pure white, like my toe. These are the three types of onions. And I think the purple one makes people cry compared to other colors. I think so. I experimented on that, and that is what I got after my research. We want to uncover the reason why we shed tears when cutting that substance, onion. The reason is simple. The reason why we cry when we cut onion is very simple. And the reason is that our eyes are trying to protect themselves from what? From sulfur gas. Let me give you the quick mechanics of it. During shopping or chewing an onion, a gas called allicin is released. When joined with other enzymes found in onion, it transforms into sulfur gas. When this allicin that is released, when you are cutting it, your eyes release that gas called allicin. And when that allicin is joined with enzyme found in onions, it transforms into sulfur gas. The second, all these gassy goodness contact your eyes, it creates a mild acid, causing burning and irritation. Immediate self-preservation instinct rules your body to close the eyes. But no, we have to keep them open. We have to see, open our eyes to see what we are cutting, what we are chopping, to see the onion, to see the sizes, to see whether we get the desired size. So the next best thing body does to protect eyes is tears, is to bring out tears. So tears create a layer of protection and flush away those undesired acids. That's what happened. If we obey immediate self-preservation instinct that rules our body to close our eyes, we will not shed tears. Tears will not come. But because we want to see what we are doing, we want to see the sizes, we want to see the onion while we are cutting it, the eyes must be kept open. And that is why we cry. Yes. Isn't that... Oh my goodness. I love this topic. Trust me. I just love it because this is a new findings for me. And when I was researching this, I took my time to really study before I bring the information to you. And when I saw all this reason behind these tears, I was amazed. I said, wow, this is a mystery. And we're not getting that information from everybody. If nobody asked this question last week, I wouldn't have done this research. I would just, because I don't know before now. Even before last week, I don't know why we shed tears. This is to tell you that our bodies are amazing machines. That is why I'm fascinated every time I pay attention to the way my body functions. You too should do that. Paying attention to your body allows you to prevent many illnesses and apply treatment on time. I said it last week, if we are able to pay attention to our body reaction to what we put into this mouth, we won't get into trouble. We won't be in and out of the hospital. I'm telling you, trust me. And that is what I do. I don't go to hospital for no reason except my annual checkup. That's all I do. I've never been hospitalized. I've never been sick and stay in the hospital or stay home for a very long. No. All I usually have is headache, and it's caused by stress because I'm a work alcoholic. Of course, the body will ask for it, and I rest to solve the problem, to take the headache off. That's it. That's all you need. But if you can't control what goes into this mouth, you get into trouble. Or if you can't pay attention to what happens to your body, you get into trouble. You get this body into trouble. Let me shock you with this information. Do you know that onions are deadly to dogs, cats, horses, monkeys, and other animals? Oh, you don't know. I know some of you don't know this. Now I'm telling you. This is what drove me into research, deep research. You know, when you're doing research on a topic, on a certain topic, you bump into so many things that is so strange to you. So many things that are so strange to you. So many things. And when I bump into this information again, really, the onion human being eats and survive it, the healed human being, I mean, we take onions as herbs, as medicine. So he heals our body. He makes us well. He treats us good. So why is he killing animals? I drove deep into research to know why. This was what drove me into research when I was unable to bear the mystery. And here is what I discovered. Are you ready to know why animal dies of onions, of eating onions, and human beings don't die? You want to know? Let's get into it. The reason why onion is dangerous for animals to eat, and of course, die after consumption of onion, garlic, scallion, and the likes of this, is simple. The death is caused by sulfoside and sulfides that onion consists of. By damaging animals' red blood cells, they are causing a condition called Ends body anemia. If animal eats onions, they develop Ends body anemia, which means their red blood cell has been compromised. Their red blood cell is damaged, is polluted, it poisons that blood in animals. And that is why I said last week that onions can be a poison in both human body and animal's body. That is just it. So pet lovers are advised never to feed onions, garlic, or any related to them, to their pets. Not any specific kind of pets, just animal in general, due to the high toxic compound found in that onions against animals' consumption. The same way human beings are advised to check the ingredients on a package even before buying to eat or apply on the skin. Do the same to what you buy for your pets. Please keep this in mind. Next time you offer a cracker or dog or other human food to your loving pet as a treat, check the ingredient on the package. Make sure it doesn't contain onion before giving to your dog, because many people lose their dog to this toxic compound from onions, and they don't know that this is the cause of the death of the animals. They just think it's something else until they go for checkup. Yes, until the dog is tested and found that this is poison, because at that time it's poison. The dog is being poisoned with the food you get to your dog, because you don't take your time to read the label and see the ingredient. In fact, many people don't even know that onion kills animal. So how do you expect them to check the label and see that the food contains onions, and they will stop giving it to their animal? They don't even know that this onion kills animals. So you don't expect such people to check the label of any products they are feeding their dogs with. They have no understanding of that, no knowledge in that area. Now, this is where I'm going. When I was researching, I got to a point where I was like, okay, the same food animal eats and die, human beings eat them and they survive. What is the secret? How come that happens? What is behind this mystery? I can't even wrap it around my head. So now I'm throwing the question back to you. Why is it that humans can not only eat this onion, but actually benefit from some of these compounds that are toxic to other mammals, such as animals? Why? Here is the reason again. The reason humans can eat onions, but dogs are not as lucky, is down to biology. Yes. Humans and dogs are very different animals with different systems in place. This is why there are tons of human food that are dangerous and toxic for animals, and why you shouldn't go ahead and feed, for instance, your dog. Not everything in your kitchen you feed your animal, because you eat them. You must. If you go to American store, they have aisle that display dogs' food. They have their own food, because they take care of animals like human beings here, unlike back home. They have their own aisle in the supermarket where you get all dogs' food, so you don't make mistake. The main reason for this is that onions contain something called tau sulfide. These are a naturally occurring compound in onions, garlic, chilies, shallots, and all allium family members. And why humans can easily digest and process this compound when they eat onions, dogs are not as lucky as human beings. Animal cannot digest and process it. That is it. Tau sulfide attacks an animal's red blood cells, which are responsible for distributing oxygen throughout the body. But on the flip side, our bodies, human bodies, can easily handle tau sulfide. This is a great example of food being great for humans, but bad for animals. If you hear that, food is good for humans, but bad for animals. This is example, onions. When animals eat onions and die, that means it's bad for them. Not all the food human being eats kills animal. But this particular one can kill animal. Yes. If you don't know, I'm telling you today. This is a great example. For instance, if your dog's red blood cells are not functioning properly, this can lead to a lot of problems. On top of that, you can find thiosulfide in all parts of the onion. You can find thiosulfide in all parts of onion, whether it is the skin, the bulbs, or the stems or leaves of the plants. Thiosulfide is present there. So this is not about giving onions alone. From the plant, the stem, the plants, the bulbs, the skin, you cannot use any of this and give it to your dog. You cannot. Therefore, if you have a couple of onions and garlic plants in your garden, I recommend finding ways to protect your dog, your animals from that area and keep them away. You really love your dogs, you really love your pet. And you're a farmer and you have, things in your garden that you plant and it has anything that to do with onions. Keep your animals away from them. It's very important. Yes. And what about garlic? Briefly, the same compound is released by garlic. So it's not about anything in allium family. Keep them away from that dog. Even if you just rub garlic in your foot or wrist, it will get through the skin into your eyes and you will feel a garlicky taste in your mouth. If you go through your eyes, you feel that garlicky taste in your mouth. So they are the same class of allium family. And whatever compound you find in onion, you find it in garlic. So be careful of what you feed your dog. And the reason why you cry, I just told you. So be careful. If you have to close your eyes while cutting the onions to prevent you from crying, go ahead. And if you want to cry, of course, the tears that dropped on your face, it's actually protecting your eyes. I hope today's information helps someone. And this is where I'm going to stop. And like I said earlier in the beginning, that today's message is very short but very, very short, but very informative. And I want you to take note of all I said today and work on them. Be careful of what you eat. Be careful of what you feed your dog. Even though onions, again, is medicinal, heals, protects, revives, yet it can be a poison to that body you carry. So you want to be very, very careful in the measurement, in the doses, in anything that you do with that onions. It's very important. I'm going to stop here and come back next week to bring you more information that you need. And I'm Dr. Betty. I'll see you next week. Have a good night. Bye. you.